Chapter 6. Fire in the Mountains, Shadows on the Sea. The Spaniards believed their work was done in the coastal barangays, churches rising like watchtowers, trade flowing in their silver coins, alliances sealed in baptismal water. But far from the shores, in the folds of the mountains and the mangrove labyrinths, the embers of resistance burned hotter than ever. The mountain strongholds. In the highlands of Luzon, the Ifugao carved terraces into the mountainsides, hidden by mist and guarded by warriors who knew every path, every rock, every tree. Spanish patrols who dared climb too high never returned. The mountains were a fortress, and the rice terraces, a declaration that the people could feed themselves without the empire's silver. In Mindanao, fierce sultanates refused Spanish banners, uniting under crescent moons and war drums. They had muskets from traders across the seas, their ships swift and shallow-hulled, able to vanish into river mouths or outpace the lumbering galleons. The Sea Raiders. Along the Visayan coasts, bands of warriors, some descendants of those who fought at Mactan, took to the sea in swift Caracoa warships. They struck at night, silent as sharks, burning Spanish warehouses and freeing captives. These raids were not only revenge, they were messages. We are not all yours. We will never all be yours. Alliances in the shadows. Not all foreigners were enemies. Chinese traders whispered warnings of Spanish troop movements in exchange for safe harbors. Some Portuguese merchants quietly sold gunpowder and steel to the resistance. Even rival barangays, once divided by old feuds, sent spies into Spanish-controlled towns. The Datu, older now but unbroken, saw that the fight had become a war of patience. "We will not match their empire in a year," he told his council. "But if we hold our ground for 100, our children may yet walk free." The empire strikes back. Spain was not blind to the defiance. They sent more friars to preach, more soldiers to patrol, and more laws to bind the people's lives. They promised peace but tightened the leash. The islanders answered with fire in the hills, arrows from the jungle, and whispers in the market. It was not a single war now. It was 1,000 small wars, scattered across the archipelago. The battle for the Philippines was no longer a clash of swords at the water's edge. It had become a war of generations, a dance of shadow and flame. And as long as one village still raised its own banner, the story was not yet over. Like, follow, and share for more epic history stories of the Philippines before and during the Spanish conquest.